Titanfall 2 came out in 2016, around the same time that Battlefield 1 and COD Modern Warfare, I think it was, came out. So we came out at a fairly busy time, and that didn't do it any favors. At the time, Titanfall 2 really underperformed, which is sad because holy shit, Titanfall 2 is really good. In the story mode, the cloaking mechanic, quite cool. The time travel mechanic, that is great. So there's a section of the game where you find a little wrist-mounted time travel device, which lets you swap between two periods in time. One where you and BT start off in, and then the other being, I don't know, 20 years ago or something, but in the same area. The puzzles that they make around that, where you have to wall run in, one timeline, then jump, and then swap timelines in midair to make sure that there's a wall to actually land on and stuff. Super cool. It was a lot of fun. Reminded me a lot of that one world in Super Mario Galaxy where every time you jump, the platform switch, like that, but way cooler. And it's really cool because it contrasts between the environments as well. So the buildings all on fire and stuff in the main timeline, but then it's all pristine and brand spanking new in the 20 years ago timeline. And it's really cool to be swapping between fighting the IMC in the previous timeline and then swapping back, and you're fighting the decaying security robots and space panther things. It's really cool. Picking up the different Titan loadouts throughout the story, that was cool. A lot of the Titan sections are pretty good. The only thing I would say wasn't so great is the tutorial for the Titan. But I guess that also ties into the story because they very briefly go into how to pilot your Titan and don't really touch on it. But then it makes sense that they don't give you much tutorial because your character, Cooper, also doesn't know how to pilot a Titan. So you're kind of going in the deep end with him. So from a narrative perspective, I thought that was really good, but from a gameplay perspective, had mixed feelings about it. But I think overall, for me personally, narrative is really important. And that sort of cohesion between gameplay and narrative, that harmony between the different aspects of the game, the narrative aspects and the gameplay aspects, really important, done really well. Editor Josh here. The concept I'm talking about here is ludonarrative dissonance and ludonarrative harmony. I'm not going to go into it too much, but there's a video linked here and in the description where it is explained much better than I could ever explain it. Watching what's-his-face, evil South African guy, kill BT actually had me tear up. I actually cried. Because good storytelling. You made BT a lovable character that you actually have some chemistry with, and then you unkill him 5 minutes later. Hey, Editor Josh here. I went back and just timed how long it took from BT's death until his revival, and it was less than 5 minutes. So that's great. Then, another 5 minutes after that, they kill BT again. And it had no impact. That final death had absolutely zero impact. I spent the last maybe 30 minutes, not even, the last little while of the game, however long it was, after they unkilled BT, not enjoying it that much, because I was really, really annoyed that they just unkilled BT 5 minutes after they killed him. Kind of ruined the ending of the game for me. I didn't touch the multiplayer until after I finished the game. And the multiplayer is really good. It's way better than Apex, I will say that. Apex feels really good, but just the general gameplay loop does nothing. But I think that also comes down to a battle royale versus team deathmatch sort of format. The Titan AI, for when your Titan's on autopilot, is actually decent. Makes it so that you can actually feel like you felt in the story, where you can let BT do his own thing, or in the case of multiplayer, let your Scorch or Ion or whatever Titan you're piloting do its own thing while you go chase down a pilot on the other side of the map or something, is really cool. It feels really good. The just movement in general feels amazing. Wall running took a little bit of getting used to. It felt a little bit weird at first. Because the camera tilts before you hit the wall. Supposedly this is to make it a little easier for players to adjust and feel less weird about running on walls. And after a while, yeah, it did. So much more than the multiplayer is really, really cool. It feels really good. Even the guns I don't like feel really good. The progression system in the multiplayer is a little bit slow, but rewarding. So in the multiplayer, you have your loadout. You have 3 weapons, your primary, secondary, and tertiary. Everything in the primary slot is only in the primary slot. It's like your shotguns, your assault rifles, and then the second and third slots are your pistol and your anti-Titan weapon. For the anti-Titan weapon, it'll be like the electroshock, or like it's kind of like the BFG. It's kind of cool. Like sends out tendrils of electricity, or you've got the anti-Titan rocket launcher or the magnetic grenade launcher, and then your pistols. I haven't really used them too much. And as you get kills with those weapons, you unlock modifiers, skins, different sights, stuff like that. I see that there's a bunch of game modes, but whenever I queue, I only get put in attrition. I haven't played any other game modes than that, which is fine because team deathmatch is fun. Yeah, I guess I don't mind because the multiplayer is just really good. It's just fun. It's fun when you lose. Like, that was one of the first things, got a clip of that. Throw that up here. One of the first matches I played got double teamed by enemy Titans, and after they killed me, they teabagged me. And I imagine if that was in COD or Counter-Strike, I would get super tilted. I was having so much fun I didn't care. And I think also part of it is the image of these 2 Titans teabagging on me. Hilarious. Hey, Editor Josh here again, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching the video this far. And if you have watched this far, I just wanted to let you know that after this video goes up, I'll be streaming Titanfall 2 for a little bit. Yeah, please come tune in and say hi, and yeah, I'll see you there.